in order to shift towards a reality that's, more loving, more abundant, more free, maybe to you it's, more clarity within your life. It's going to require sacrifice of, our old self. And, that's a hard thing, because our old self, it's the known. It's what we're comfortable with, right? We may, live the same cycles of like fear, the same cycles of worry, the same cycles of stress. And even though like this idea, these life patterns, even though there's something that, we necessarily don't even want to experience, we still subconsciously cling to them just because they are part of this known experience, and the known is where we feel safe at. And, we may run into the same situations, the same people. And, it's easy to fall into these cycles, say, it's someone so let's say love, for example, right? Say, you run into the same person that you love over and over, just in different people, right? Just the same energy taking form as a different person. And, it's hard to kind of let that go, to let that person go. But in order to experience something new, we're going to have to let every old cycle, every old habit, everything about what's part of our old identity, we're going to have to let it die in order to let something new reemerge. And, this, I don't want to talk about this as necessarily an easy process, because, letting something die, it's not fun, bro. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to bring discomfort. It's going to bring, worry. Because, us as humans, we want to stay in the unknown, or we want to stay in the known, excuse me. And the known is, where we're cozy at, because we know what's going to happen. We know what's predictable. But going into the unknown, that's the scary part of this life, because, the unknown, we don't know where it's going to lead us. But, we can have, faith, we can have conviction, and, use that and combine that with, kind of going with the flow. It's, okay. First, I want to say going with the flow isn't necessarily always the right answer. I know, we want to live this, effortless lifestyle of, just going with the flow, being slow to us, and we never really have to force things. But in order to create a new flow within our life, which the previous one was this flow of old cycles coming towards us, we have to, use conviction and discipline in order to create a new flow state. And this new flow state, I'm guessing it's something that you want as abundance, as love, as clarity, and maybe you want to experience the divine every day, what that looks like to you. And, letting the old self die, it's just part of the process of shifting towards something new. And, a lot of people, they're going to say, have faith, but you're going to have knowing, dog. You're going to have to know what you're going forward into. You're going to have to know that you're going to be okay. You're going to have to know, no matter what situation, what new event, whether it's good, whether it's bad, that it's leading towards, your desired reality. And that's the freaky part about this shit, dog. And props to any motherfucker that can do it, because, I see people fold all the fucking time, bro. But if you watching this shit, I know you're not gonna fold. And don't be afraid to let people go, bro. Don't be afraid to let situations go. It may not feel good in the moment, but just know, if you really want to become this, creator of your reality, you're going to have to, become detached from, circumstances, events, scenarios, and people, and become internally independent in the fact where, hey, be nice, guys, be nice, Penny. Super, leave him alone. No, good boy. You're going to have to become, internally independent to the point where you don't need external objects. You don't need the material world in order to feel these emotions, such as abundance, such as love, gratitude, knowing. Because, the physical world, it's fleeting, bro. Hoes will come and go, friends will come and go, situations are going to come and go, opportunities are going to come and go. But I feel like it's part of, the universe's plan, which you can call the divine, to, bring you to a point of, if you want to become this creator, you're going to have to be all the aspects of the creator. Because, there's this is common, how do I phrase it? Common like archetype you see where, like you're a microcosm of the universe, right? Like in the Tao Te Ching, it says, all beings are born from the Tao, and the Tao contains infinite realities, and you can use it any way you want. And that means we're a part of the Tao. We're part of this universal source. The Bible is going to say, I think it's Psalms 82 or 84, that we're all children of the Most High. And if you're a son of God, a son or a daughter, son of the universe, a child of the universe, bro, you are the fucking universe at that point. And at that point, what can faze you? What can go against you? And if you really want to start embodying this divine creator that exists within you, you have to embody the aspects of that creator. Hey, chill out, y'all. Come on. Come on. So, don't really strive for the materialistic. Like, oh, hey, chill out, y'all. Come on. Come on. Damn, all these motherfuckers have dogs. Hey, chill. Super, hey. Heel. Turn. Nope, turn. I'll fly. Chill, dog. Chill. What's up with you right now? Come on. Leave him alone. But if you want to be this divine creator, in the sense of you're manifesting your reality, you're creating your reality, be the aspects of that creator. Be the aspects of God, because you are not separate from God, because you are God. But much love. Hope y'all have a good one. Keep striving. Keep trying to be that motherfucker. Be that person in your family. Be the light in your family. And much love.